myself, Dr. Armuthi Namdev Bhagwan, working as a assistant professor at Rajat Shikshan Samstha, Anna Sahib College, Mansar. Today we are going to study life cycle of Kara, class TYBSc, topic algae, subtopic life cycle of Kara. Kara is a algae. In chapter life cycle of Kara, points are systematic position, then occurrence, then thallus structure, and reproduction. First point is the systematic position. Systematic position, or it is also called as classification or taxonomic position. Kara, it is included in division algae, then class Chlorophyceae, then order Careaceae, family Careaceae, and genus Kara. It is very simple for remember, that is the order Careaceae, family Careaceae, and genus Kara. Here algae. You know the general characters of algae. In algae, plant body is simple, thalloid, then cell wall is made of a cellulose, then stored or reserved food material in the form of starch. Then class Chlorophyceae. Chlorophyceae, the main pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Then order Careaceae and family Careaceae. The general character is the plant body. It shows nodes and internodes. Also, their characteristic is the reproductive organ, that is globule and nucleus. And then genus Kara. Kara, they are also called as stone rods. The next point, occurrence. Kara, it occurs in aquatic condition. In aquatic condition means in water. They are found in fresh water, clean water, standing water, on muddy soil. They are also found in sandy bottom. Kara, their plant body is encrusted with calcium carbonate. Many species of the Kara, their plant body is encrusted with calcium carbonate, and so it is rough or brittle in nature. Therefore, Kara, its name is stone rods. Name is stone rod. Stone rods. Why Kara is called as stone rod? Because the plant body of the Kara, it is encrusted with calcium carbonate. So it is rough and brittle in appearance. So Kara is called as stone rods. Then next point, that is the thallus structure. This is the thallus structure of the Kara. We know that in algae they are included in Thallophyta, means plant body is thalloid. Thalloid means not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. In Kara also plant body is thalloid. That thallus, thallus is macroscopic. We can easily identify. Macroscopic, then branched. Multicellular. Multicellular means it is made of many cells. The plant body of the Kara, it shows rhizoids and upper portion, that is the axis. Rhizoids, they are multicellular and without nodes and internodes. On the upper side, above the side of the rhizoids, there is a erect main axis. That main axis is branched. Main axis, it is differentiated into nodes and internodes. These are the nodes. And distance between two nodes is called as internode. This is an internode. On the plant body of the Kara, there is presence of two types of branches. That is branches of limited growth and branches of unlimited growth. Branches of limited growth means their growth is stopped. That is called as branches of limited growth. These are the branches, their growth is stopped. Therefore, that type of branches is called as branches of limited growth. While these are the branches, their growth is continuous. That branches are called as branches of unlimited growth. Unlimited growth. Unlimited growth means it grows continuously. That is called as branches of unlimited growth. In this way, the plant body of Kara, it shows main axis. On the main axis there is presence of nodes and internodes. Also, plant body shows two types of branches, that is branches of limited growth and branches of unlimited growth. The next point, reproduction. Next point is the reproduction. Reproduction means production of new individual. In Kara, reproduction takes place by vegetative as well as sexual method. In vegetative reproduction, there are various ways. One is the amylum star. These amylum star, they are developed at the nodal region of the main axis of Kara. Then these amylum star, they separate from the mother plant, and each amylum star, they gives rise to a new individual. Amylum star means it is a star shaped structure. It looks like this type. Star shaped structure. This star shaped structure, they are present at the nodal region, and that is called as amylum star. And this star shaped structure, amylum star, it separate from the mother plant and it gives rise to a new individual. That is called as vegetative reproduction by amylum star. Then second type, amorphous bulbils. Amorphous bulbils. In this type, what happens? There is clumps of several cells at the lower side of the axis. Clumps of several cells. That clumps of several cells is called as amorphous bulbils. Then what happens? These clumps of several cells, that is amorphous bulbils, they separate from the mother plant, and these amorphous bulbils, they give rise to a new individual. That is called as vegetative reproduction by amorphous bulbils. Then third type, secondary protonema. In secondary protonema, what happens? From the axis, there is formation of the secondary protonema. Or from the rhizoids, there is formation of secondary protonema. And this secondary protonema, it develops into a new individual. The next type is the bulbils. Bulbils, these are bulbils, they are formed on the axis. From the bulbils, there is formation of new individual. The next type is the adventitious branches. Adventitious branches. In most of the species of the Kara, there is formation of adventitious branches. Here, adventitious branches are formed. Then what happens? These adventitious branches, they separate from the mother plant, and each adventitious branches, they give rise to a new individual. That is called as vegetative reproduction by adventitious branches. Then last is the tubers. Here, tubers are the small outgrowth, and that small outgrowth, they are developed on the rhizoids. That is called as tubers. Then what happens? These tubers, they separate from the mother plant, and each tuber, they give rise to a new individual, new plant. That is called as vegetative reproduction by tubers. The next, asexual reproduction. In Kara, asexual reproduction is totally absent. Then next type is the sexual reproduction. In Kara, sexual reproduction is present. There is a male reproductive organ and a female reproductive organ. Male reproductive organ is called as globule and female reproductive organ is called as nucule. In Kara, nucule are present above the globule. This is a globule, it is globular structure, and this is a nucule, and nucule is present above the globule. Most of the species they are homothelic. Most of the species they are homothelic. Homothelic means monoecious. Means both the male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ they are present one and the same filament. Right? Few species, very few species they are heterothelic. Heterothelic means dioecious. In dioecious, male and female reproductive organ they are present separately. Dioecious. Shortly in Kara, most of the species they are homothelic. Homothelic means both the male and female reproductive organ they are present one and the same thallus. Here this is a globule and this is a nucleus. This male reproductive organ globule, it produces male gamete. It produces male gamete. That male gamete is biflagellate structure. Biflagellate structure. Then female reproductive organ nucleus, it produces oosphere. It produces oosphere here. Then fertilization. Then there is a fertilization. At the time of fertilization, what happened? These biflagellated male gamete, it enters into the nucleus and fuse to the egg or oosphere, and it forms a zygote. After the fertilization, there is formation of zygote, and zygote is a diploid structure. Zygote is diploid structure. In that zygote, there is meiosis takes place, reduction division takes place, and forms a protonema. Then that protonema, or it is also called as early stage. Then that protonema it develops into a new individual or adult plant. This is the sexual reproduction. In this way, today we study in a life cycle of Kara points like systematic position, occurrence, thallus structure, and reproduction. This is the life cycle of Kara. This is the life cycle of Kara. Then friends, on the next lecture we will be studying life cycle of Batrachosperma. Okay, thank you.